Kilmer was born December 31, 1959 in Los Angeles, California, the second of three sons to Gladys Swanette, née Ekstat, and Eugene Doris Kilmer. His mother was of Swedish descent, and his father's ancestry included Irish, German, and Cherokee roots. His parents divorced in 1968 when he was 8 years old. In 1970, his mother married William Bernard Leach. Kilmer's grandfather was a gold miner in New Mexico, near its border with Arizona. In 1977, Kilmer's younger brother Wesley, who had epilepsy, drowned in a jacuzzi at age 15. He attended Chatsworth High School at the same time as Kevin Spacey. His high school girlfriend was Mare Winningham. He became the youngest person at the time to be accepted into the Juilliard School's drama division, where he was a member of Group 10. Kilmer declined a role in Francis Ford Coppola's 1983 film The Outsiders, as he had prior theater commitments. In 1983, he appeared off-Broadway in The Slab Boys with Kevin Bacon, Sean Penn, and Jackie Earle Haley. That same year, his first offstage acting role, excluding television commercials, came in the form of an episode of ABC after-school special called One Too Many, although it did not air until 1985. It was an educational drama on drinking and driving and co-starred a young Michelle Pfeiffer. Also in 1983, Kilmer self-published a collection of his own poetry entitled My Edens After Burns, that included poems inspired by his time with Pfeiffer. This book of poems is difficult to obtain and expensive. Known second-hand copies cost $300 and up. His big break came when he received top billing in the comedy spoof of spy movies Top Secret, in which he played an American rock and roll star. Kilmer sang all the songs in the film and released an album under the film character's name, Nick Rivers. During a brief hiatus, Kilmer backpacked throughout Europe before going on to play the lead character in the 1985 comedy Real Genius. He turned down a role in David Lynch's Blue Velvet before being cast as naval aviator, Iceman, in the action film Top Gun alongside Tom Cruise. Top Gun grossed a total of over $344 million worldwide and made Kilmer a major star. Following roles in the television films The Murders in the Rue Morgue and The Man Who Broke 1,000 Chains, Kilmer portrayed Madmartigan in the fantasy Willow. He met his future wife, co-star Joanne Whalley, on the film's set. Kilmer starred in the Colorado Shakespeare Festival production of Hamlet in 1988. In 1989, Kilmer played the lead in both Kill Me Again opposite Whalley, and in TNT's Billy the Kid. After several delays, director Oliver Stone finally started production on the film The Doors, based on the story of the band of the same name. Kilmer spoke with Oliver Stone early on, concerned about what he might want to do with the story because Kilmer did not believe in or want to promote substance abuse. Kilmer saw Jim Morrison as having picked the wrong heroes who had different issues, which were not part of the creativity or inspiration. Kilmer saw Morrison's story as one that could be told 1,000 different ways, and did not want to tell it by playing the role in the style of Drugs, with which Oliver Stone agreed. Citation needed. Kilmer memorized the lyrics to all of lead singer Morrison's songs prior to his audition and sent a video of himself performing some Doors songs to director Stone. Stone was not impressed with the tape, but Paul A. Rothchild, the original producer of The Doors, said, "I was shaken by it," and suggested they record Kilmer in the studio. After Kilmer was cast as Morrison, he prepared for the role by attending Doors tribute concerts and reading Morrison's poetry. In 2002, Kilmer worked on a film about the life of Mary Baker Eddy, the founder of the Christian Science Church, and Mark Twain, one of her most famous critics. The film is about the lives and relationship of Eddy and Twain as a quirky, tender, tragicomic portrait of two contrasting lives, set against the backdrop of Gilded Age America. Citizen Twain was initially performed as a one-man show Hollywood Workshop in April 2012. It then became the basis of Kilmer's film project, which would be his directorial debut. The 90-minute film version of his one-man stage show was released as Cinema Twain. In 2013, he reunited with his Top Gun co-star Anthony Edwards in the Disney animated movie Planes. Kilmer voiced the character Bravo while Edwards supplied Echo. Kilmer also played the role of Detective Dobson in the series finale of the television show Psych. In 2017, Kilmer appeared in Song to Song opposite Rooney Mara and Ryan Gosling and directed by Terrence Malick. Kilmer also appeared in the 2017 film The Snowman, opposite Michael Fassbender and Rebecca Ferguson and directed by Tomas Alfredson. In August 2020, Kilmer shared the screen with his daughter Mercedes Kilmer for the first time in Paydirt. Kilmer reprised his role as Tom "Iceman" Kazansky for the Top Gun sequel Top Gun: Maverick 2022. Kilmer was a lifelong Christian Scientist, and upon his throat cancer diagnosis referred to it in the press as the suggestion of throat cancer, opting not to explicitly associate himself with such a diagnosis. He underwent suggested chemotherapy despite it being conventionally against his religion. In 2011, Kilmer sold his 6,000-acre, 2,400 hectares, New Mexico ranch where he would trek, hike, fish and raise bison. Over the years, Kilmer dated Cher, Leslie and Warren, Cindy Crawford, Angelina Jolie, Daryl Hannah and Ellen Barkin. Kilmer was married to actress Joanne Whalley from March 1988 to February 1996. The two met while working together on the film Willow. They had two children, a daughter, Mercedes, born in 1991, and a son, Jack, born in 1995. In January 2015, Kilmer was hospitalized for what his representatives said were tests for a possible tumor. Kilmer said on social media, "I have not had a tumor or tumor operations or any operation. I had a complication where the best way to receive care was to stay under the watchful eye of the UCLA ICU." After previously denying persistent rumors that he had been diagnosed with cancer, Kilmer said in April 2017 that he had experienced a healing of cancer. In December 2017, The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Kilmer had gone through a 2-year battle with throat cancer, and that a procedure on his trachea has reduced his voice to a rasp and rendered him short of breath. In order to speak, Kilmer plugged an electric voice box into his trachea. Although initially reluctant to start medical treatment due to his Christian Science beliefs, Kilmer underwent chemotherapy and 2 tracheotomies. Kilmer reported in 2020 that he had been cancer-free for 4 years, but he detailed ongoing struggles with medical treatments including the use of a feeding tube to eat. In 2021, Kilmer worked with Sonantic, a London-based software company, to digitally recreate his voice using AI technology and archived audio recordings of his voice. Over 40 vocal models were generated to find the closest match, which could then be used in future projects. For the 2022 film Top Gun: Maverick, director Joseph Kosinski said that, despite reports to the contrary, they did not use Sonantic's AI technology in the film, and instead used Kilmer's actual voice, although it was digitally altered for clarity. Kilmer died from pneumonia in Los Angeles on April 1, 2025, at the age of 65.